I used to hit the cheapest Touchless every week, thinking I was protecting the clear coat. Then winter salt laughed at my plan. The car looked clean, until I checked the wheel wells and underbody. That's where corrosion starts. In this video, I'll walk you through the moment I switched to a smart hybrid, when I choose Touchless, when I go soft cloth, and how one seasonal undercarriage rinse saved me from pricey rust repair. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. You've been told no brushes equals no risk, right? Then why do so many cars roll out of a touchless bay still wearing a dull film, while others pick up faint lines after a bargain soft cloth wash? The reason isn't the banner on the sign, it's how each system actually gets dirt off the paint. Touchless tries to dissolve and blast it away. That means stronger detergents, higher pressure, and longer contact time. Traditional tunnels add controlled friction with foam fingers or cloth to break the bond between grime and clear coat. Both can work. Both can cause problems when the behind-the-scenes details aren't dialed in. Let's break the safer myth without the marketing gloss. A touchless arch leans on chemistry and physics. You'll see alkaline pre-soak hit first to break organic grime, then an acid step to neutralize minerals, then 1,000 plus PSI to lift the slurry. Those soaps need time to sit, and they perform better with warmer water because heat speeds up reactions. Miss the dwell or run cold, and the film stays. On the other side, soft cloth adds that gentle scrub. It's efficient until the media gets dirty or dry. If the foam fingers carry grit from the last truck, or the lubrication is weak, that gentle scrub becomes sandpaper for a second. Conveyor too fast? Less contact, more missed spots, and extra passes from the same grimy cloth. Unseen variables decide whether your paint smiles or suffers. Touchless systems tune pH to attack different soils. Alkaline for oily traffic film, acidic for brake dust residue and hard water. Shops that keep chemicals in spec, monitor water temperature, and give a proper dwell get better results with less risk. Traditional tunnels win on bonded bugs and winter film because friction helps pull them free. But they rely on clean media, thick foam coverage, and realistic belt speeds to keep that friction safe. Short the soap, skip a maintenance cycle, or run pads past their service life, and micro-marring creeps in. Look at what independent guidance keeps saying. Neither method is automatically best. What matters most is how well the equipment is maintained and how dirty your car actually is. Light dust after a dry week? Detergent plus pressure is enough. Bug protein that baked on during a commute or that gray winter film that smears under your finger? Friction removes what chemicals alone leave behind. That's why cars can exit a touchless bay looking clean but feel grabby when you slide a clean hand across the lower doors. The film is still bonded. Paint manufacturers and refinish experts also point to a different risk most people miss. Contamination in seams and edges. Dirt and brine lodge behind badges, in mirror caps, and around trim lines. Leave it there, and it slowly attacks the clear coat from the edges inward. If you keep skipping any friction or targeted agitation when you have bonded material, you might avoid a swirl today while letting that hidden mess nibble at your finish over time. So, do a 30-second inspection before you pay. In a soft cloth tunnel, scan the foam fingers. Do they look dark and frayed, or clean and even? Watch a few cars ahead. Are panels soaking in rich foam, or is it thin and watery? Is the rinse sheeting off cleanly, or do you see dull patches left behind? In a touchless bay, check for posted water temperature ranges. Watch whether the pre-soak sits long enough to drip, and see if the high-pressure rinse actually reaches rocker panels and rear bumpers. Those little cues tell you more than any package name. Here's the rule that saves money and paint. Touchless for dust, pollen, and fresh dirt. A well-maintained soft cloth tunnel when you see bug splatter, traffic film, or baked-on grime that needs a gentle mechanical assist. But there's one place both can miss if you don't call it out. The wheels and the entire underbody, where the worst contamination hides and quietly spreads. If touchless is so safe, Why do winter film and brake dust laugh it off? Because some grime doesn't just sit on the surface, it locks in. Salt crust wedges into seams and dries into a brittle layer. Oily road film clings to clear coat with a static-like grip. Bug protein cross-links as it bakes in the sun, turning rubbery and stubborn. And brake dust carries iron particles that embed and start to react with moisture. High pressure and detergent knock off loose grit, but bonded contamination shrugs and hangs on, which is why a car can look clean under lights, yet still feel draggy when you run your fingers along the lower doors. Chemical-only cycles hit a ceiling here. Strong alkalines soften grease, acids tackle minerals, but balance matters. Push the pH too far and you risk streaks on fragile trim or hazing on soft plastics. Let detergents sit too long on a hot panel and you can invite water spotting as minerals flash dry. Many bays tune mild to protect everything, which is safer, but it also means bonded film survives more than you think. You pay for premium chemistry, and the film still wins. Now flip to soft cloth. A controlled wipe clears film fast, squeegees bugs off the nose, and gets into the edges the spray misses. That's the upside. The risk comes when the media isn't fresh or the conveyor rushes the car. Dirty foam turns into a carrier for grit. Reduced lubrication raises friction. Softer, clear coats, especially on newer cars, show micro-scratches from a single bad pass. So you get shine back, but you might add faint lines you only notice under the sun. There's a smarter way to play it. Seasonal undercarriage rinses matter, especially where roads get salted. Flush the wheel wells, frames, and seams because that's where corrosives hide. A high-pressure underbody pass once a season in those regions helps knock out what you can't see, and it reduces the mess that creeps outward onto rocker panels and door bottoms after every wet drive. It's a small add-on that prevents bigger problems later. Think about a post-storm highway run. You come back with a layer of grit and a dull gray sheen. A touchless pass strips the loose stuff and keeps brushes off the paint, but that haze clings around the rear bumper, mirrors, and lower doors. One alternating soft cloth visit restores the gloss and clears the edges where the spray couldn't break the bond. You didn't need a full plan every week, just the right tool after the right mess. Target your extras instead of buying bundles. Wheel cleaner earns its keep when you see heavy brown or black dust baked on the barrels and spokes. If the wheels look clean, skip it and save the money. Spray-on wax at the exit gives short-term beading and a nicer wipe down later, but it's cosmetic and brief. It won't fix neglected film or replace real protection. So here's a practical rhythm you can actually follow. Go touchless weekly or every other week for dust, pollen, and fresh dirt. When you notice that gray traffic film, a bug-spattered front end, or stubborn lower door haze, run a single well-maintained soft cloth pass. In salt zones, add 1 undercarriage rinse per season to purge the seams and wheel wells. You end up with cleaner panels, fewer harsh chemicals overall, and less scratch risk because you're using friction only when it earns its keep. Lock this in with a quick checklist so you stop paying for fluff and start funding what actually protects the car's value next. The safest wash isn't a brand or a buzzword. It's matching the method to the mess and using a place that keeps its gear dialed in. That protects your clear coat and your car's value by removing the grit that causes damage and corrosion. Here's what to do next time. Scan the bay, check foam coverage or dwell time, and look at the media condition. Choose touchless for fresh dust, soft cloth for bonded film, and add 1 seasonal underbody rinse if you see salt. Now test your last safe wash. Wipe a small spot with a clean microfiber. See film on the towel? Adjust your routine.